The 2005 Ashes can best be described as meeting fire with fire. That Australian team, the best team in the world, probably best team of all time, full of legends. We knew we couldn't be intimidated by them. We knew that they were going to pressurise us, and we just need to make sure we were able to apply just as much pressure on them as they were inevitably going to do on us. The insight in 2005 was that Shane Warne, pretty much every time he played against England, had got, I think, between 30 or 40 wickets in the series. So we couldn't expect it to be radically different. What we could potentially influence was how many runs we scored before he got those wickets. So it was one of the great challenges of my career, taking on perhaps the best bowler of all time, and not just trying to stay in and survive, but actually be proactive, aggressive, and attack him. The 2009 Ashes, I think our overall instinct was to stay in games, and in order to do that, that means you have to try and get 400 runs on the board. So I remember that being a big focus of ours. I think there were some stats there about if you get 400, you very rarely lose, and you tend to win the vast majority of the games you play. The insight, the data told us that no England team had beaten Australia at Lords since the 1930s. We knew, given that it was the second test match, we had to get that monkey off our back. Opposition teams seemed to have a sort of wave of euphoria about playing at the home of cricket. So we needed to grab hold of that game right from ball one, make sure that they felt under pressure from the start of the match. We won the toss, we got a big score on the board. I was lucky enough to get a big 100 in that game. And from that moment onwards, I don't think Australia could win the game. Well, the fifth test was all about the pitch preparation, really. We needed a win to win the series. We'd just been beaten badly at Headingley. Australia had played an all-seam attack. And so we gambled on producing a pitch that really turned significantly. Graham Swan was our main weapon over the course of that series. We thought we needed to give him the best opportunity we possibly could. And somewhat bizarrely, given that the pitch was so tailored towards spin, Australia didn't actually pick an out-and-out spinner for that match. So on the one hand, it was getting our strategy right to take advantage of our strengths. We were very fortunate that Australia got their strategy very badly wrong for that game. A series in Australia is probably the hardest challenge for an England team. Number one, it is a harsh country, it's a harsh environment, it's hot, you need to be very fit. Number two, it's very unique conditions, a lot of bounce, using a different ball to the ball you'd use in England. And number three, you need to be resilient because the Australian people, the players, everyone gets stuck into you. We had this idea of bowling 3 maidens in a row. If we did that, then we knew the chances of taking a wicket were going up exponentially. We didn't have express pace. We had a very good spinner in Graham Swan, but it was about building pressure. So do the simple things right, get 400 on the board, and you're in with a shot of winning.